Hello and welcome back to Myth Dissolution Center. My name is Dennis, and last time we go to Kurosawa's house to help him investigate. He was like, I swear I saw my doppelganger. He just showed up out of nowhere and he just left. So we're like, okay, we're gonna investigate a little bit. We see like pictures of like him and his younger years. We go to his room, go to his safe because he gives us a code for some reason. Find that like nothing's missing from his safe, but there's something missing from his computer. We also talked to his like maid, I think it was a maid, house caregiver, whatever. And yeah, we were like, yeah, we need some more information. We're gonna go to like your work spot. So we go over there and we basically go to the data room where you talk with like one of the engineers, the security guard, and you basically find out that some of the data might have been stolen or attempted to be stolen by the doppelganger once again, because it has some really sensitive stuff involving like police security or like security for higher ups. So we just finished that and we're gonna go to the next section. I think I'm gonna try to finish this case, but I don't know how much longer it is, but I guess we'll see. My current theory is that I think it's everyone other than maybe like the security guard seems to have been hired recently. Maybe the security guard was too, but I may have overlooked it. But I feel like it's gonna be like a conspiracy thing where like everyone was in on it, because like there wouldn't really be another reason for them to not show up again. Oh right, last time we also saw Azami and her doppelganger. That actually like opens a whole nother can of worms because she didn't really do anything after that. And I also have like a lot of theories that I might talk about at the end, but we'll get into the episode for now. Anyways, Jasmine, does the situation look hopeless? Well, the doppelganger probably has been after Kurosawa's data for a while. And the servers contain the national police info and VIP protection. Did the Zimmers do this to plan terrorist attacks? The police are in danger, but we are too, now that we know. If they realize the center is involved, the Zimmers may label us as a threat and actively target us. Oh no! Even if we aren't doing anything to them? Well, I just want to say, I recorded a lot of episodes of this last time, and it has completely destroyed my vocal cords. God damn it, Azami. We figured out their plans. That's reason enough for them to come after us. And this means the boss man's silence is a concern too. Oh yeah, but he was working on something else. He's clairvoyant, no, he's got vision. He can handle his stuff on his end, even though he can't walk. No word in a while. Let's hope it's not because of the Zimmers. Do you think the director is okay? The boss man's a resourceful one, so I'm not that worried. Yeah. Either way, the Zimmers probably have achieved their goal. Now it's up to how we and the police follow up. I see. Anyway, let's stop here for today and tell them bye and head home. Yes. Having that data stolen really messes up with our plans. Ooh, is he gonna be a Zimmer? The thing is, I would assume Zimmers are stealing his data, but he's like, my plans. The red device too. Then again, that girl's power, right, he was testing us, could be useful. Ooh. Is Jasmine gonna send us home? We're gonna wait. Oh, we're at the center, the Myth Dissolution Center. I really hope the director is okay. Assuming Jasmine's right, I wonder what the director is doing now. Another pile of books? Researching something, I guess? Occult fundamentals for dummies. For dummies? Alien abduction techniques, past and present. The world without Tsutomu Kisaragi. Someone wrote a book about Tsutomu Kisaragi instead of just, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Spice up your occultic fun. The Book of the Dead, according to Tsutomu Kisaragi. God damn it. These are all books by Dr. Kisaragi, and there's something else in the pot. Wait, you're telling me that Tsutomu Kisaragi wrote a book called The World Without Tsutomu Kisaragi? That's kind of narcissistic. I will have to say right now, my theory is that, like, I think the Samazima dude is gonna be Kisaragi. I feel like he's shown up so much, it might be possible that he, like, faked his death or suicide because, like, he's just so relevant, you know? A memo by the director? Server room. CEO office. Kurosawa's home. Those are all the places we've been to so far. The last line reads, Kurosawa Seiji? The doppelganger's movements? Seen with that vision? Yep, it's time for me to go meet Jasmine. Why are we starting here? Okay, let's get started. Anywhere from the boss man? Not yet. I don't know what's going on. Seems really busy. I did find a memo list listing the places we've investigated. The last line read Seiji Kurosawa. Keeping watch with that vision now. Could throw us a tip or two at least. Anyway, Seiji Kurosawa is Yuya Kurosawa's father. Oh yeah, he was born into a rich family, so he was very fortunate to winning the social life gacha. We'll be heading to Seiji Kurosawa's home, the estate. Doppelganger showed up there. Oh really? Wow. You mean at Kurosawa-san's family home? Yep. If the boss man had the name written down, there must have been some clue. Seiji Kurosawa. Oh, the CEO guy has some serious lineage. Wait, who exactly is Seiji Kurosawa? I'm calling it politician. Again, how do you not hear about these things? Look him up online, I'll give you an idea. Understood. Alright, this is probably the last online section. Social media. I'll search for Seiji Kurosawa then. I wonder if the Kurosawa estate might be hiding something else. Something that the Doppelganger and the Zimmers both want. The info stored in the server room? Maybe not, since it's top secret. What a mess if that had been leaked. Anyways, I'll go ahead and look up Seiji Kurosawa. Is it true that the director Kurosawa is Yuya Kurosawa, the CEO of UTech? I bet he's leaving management up to someone else just playing around. Director Kurosawa? They mean Seiji Kurosawa. We were looking up Seiji-san, but the info on his son came up. His father's a big shot, and the son makes a lot of money, so I'm sure there are a lot of people who envy him. Which one gets more attention? I will talk about one of the theories I have so far. I'm like wondering about how this is all going to link together at the end, right? And this might have to like link with other cases. Right now I'm like thinking, what cases can this potentially link up with? And I'm actually thinking this might link up with case 1, because Eiko is also alma mater, also went to Inogami U. I think Yuya Kurosawa was some like big live streamer guy, and that's also kind of like up, you know, Eiko's alley, because she was also an influencer, and she was also making these like sugar daddy dates for CEOs of big companies. I don't know if, you know, Kurosawa's gonna be one of those who accepted it, but maybe he was in that circle of this higher power. I did rewatch that episode, and yeah, apparently after that case, we completely lost contact with Eiko, so it's very possible that she got kidnapped or maybe even murked. I'm not sure, but that is something to consider. So I'm wondering if Eiko might have some connection with Kurosawa. Well, let's yoink that word. Wait, there's a reaction to Yuya Kurosawa? Just look up the director Kurosawa will probably lead to more like this. Try using the keywords to narrow down the search for info on Seiji. Search keywords Kurosawa, Yuya Kurosawa. UTech has ties with big companies and government, so it's set for the next several years at the very least. Must be nice having parents in high places. UTech does seem to be doing really well. Must be nice not having to work that hard. I have no idea how he's pulling it off as a CEO of a tech company, a company that's getting contracts with the government. We're doomed. Doomed? Are we really? Plenty of people saying that kind of thing. Ignore them. I heard he's a real deal when it comes to skill, though. His business manners are something else. He'll take on work even with questionable morals. I guess you don't need to watch your back when your parents have power. Sounds like he has the business skills, but no morals. That's just how it goes in business. There is no place for morals. Granted, maybe there's more of an overseas perspective, but that wouldn't work in Japan. Really? They say that those who succeed in business tend to be psychopaths? I kinda see that. UTech Priority was started only 7 years ago. With any other cases, the company's growing? I don't know, anime dude. I can't tell if people are saying good things about him or not. Reputation seems kinda mixed. But isn't he just a guy born into wealth? Clearly his parents hooked him up. His parents hooked him up? That seems to come up a lot. I don't think that's the only factor in this, though I'm sure those connections help a lot. Upper-class citizens can get away with anything. Should that really be allowed? The upper class aren't just allowed to do anything they want, are they? Totally not. Plenty of people think they can, though. Oh, there's definitely gonna be, yeah. Kurosawa's father, Seiji Kurosawa, is the security director of the National Police Agency. Oh, that is very high up. As a parent, director Seiji Kurosawa probably wants to protect his precious only son as well. How high of a rank is Security Director of National Police Agency? The very top? There's a bunch of different departments, but he's above them all. Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, yeah, in that case, they probably aren't connected with the Samejima, fanatic Zimmers, because they have to take care of them. A reaction, we should look into this. Yeah, he's a powerful person, but we don't want to offend him. Let's look him up in advance. Oh, the big boy daddy's the police director. Explain why UTech Priority's head office is in Toranomon. Oh, explains why. What do they mean by this? Guess they mean because the National Police Agency is near Toranomon? Did not know that. Yura Kurosawa is untouchable. His dad is director of security. That means his face alone can get him places in the government office, and then daddy can cover up the scandals that may arise. Yo, you're gonna get murked soon. Can you really cover up problems like that? Cover up, huh? Who knows? Not sure, but people do love their scandals. Yo, I know someone pretty powerful, right, Vice Commissioner? How did you know that? There's a reaction to scandals. People really seem to expect them. Search keyword obtained. Alright. I kinda curious. So we have one for the two family members. Yuya Kurosawa and scandals. We'll probably get one for all of these, to be honest. And we'll try Director Seiji with scandals. Yeah. Triple. We'll start with the two family members. Oh wait, what's the name of the user? Let's see. Kaijiro from another dimension. Here we go. Looking for happiness and a wife. Oh, me too. Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, is a big name amongst the elite career civil servants. Never thought that he was Yuya Kurosawa's father, though. Career civil servants? They mean civil servants with the most power. Ew, director of the National Police Security Bureau. Which means that UTech Priority shares the same connections with Seiji Kurosawa? Like how politicians often divert public funds to their family business? Is that really true? Who knows, but by the looks of it, his father's influence probably helps with getting work. No cap, I found evidence that director Seiji Kurosawa outsources National Police Agency cases to his son company, UTech Priority. Take a good look, GR! Wait, what? This is evidence? No, how could this be evidence? It's just some rando paper used to make it to look like he does. Oh, they actually had something like an attachment, even though it's probably, falsified. Wouldn't this normally be considered a conflict of interest? The politician and the others in power are good at hiding the tracks. Isn't the breaking the law? Just means there are also ways it can evade the law. This is how all the money ends up staying within the upper class. Nothing trickles down. These systems have been in place for how many years now? We need to dismantle them now. GR! Jasmine, this person, they did give Zimmer vibes. That's the issue with the non-counts. I can't prove anything. Seiji Kurosawa was up there in age when his only son came along. Of course he'd do all he could to support his son in starting a company, even if he did do a few bad things. But the police wouldn't do bad things, would they? I'm not gonna comment on that. Of course not. Of course not. Prioritizing your family business is deemed wrong in society, but if you had that power, I bet you'd do it too, lol. Really? Would you? If you're gonna work for the government and work your way up the ranks, wouldn't you want to find a way to work with me in boss manning it? When you put it like that, yeah, you guys are pretty cool. If you could avoid that question with a smile, then you can make a good politician. Yes, it's about hiding secrets. This country's falling apart because of people at the top. How long has it been going on? Kurosawa and his son should be punished by any means necessary. Is that how it is? Any means necessary? That's a Zimmer-like statement. But if Kurosawa is funneling public money into his son's business, then that's an issue, but there's no proof. Proof? They're right. Legally speaking, as long as he isn't vastly overpaying, they're in the clear. But even so, they wouldn't look great. With father at the head of the police and the son's company getting government work, it's highly probable that that's what they're up to. Highly probable? Almost completely certain. Alright, next part. Look, you have Yuya Kurosawa and scandals. Yuya Kurosawa had a few scandals during his streamer days, but turned a new leaf after starting UTech. So, he was up to no good when he was younger? He's still young though. I heard he's in his best behavior even at hostess bars and clubs. People really can change. He hasn't had a single scandal since becoming UTech CEO. His best behavior? I guess that means he isn't a violent drunk. The total opposite of Beauty June. Yeah, Beauty June kind of sucks. No, I bet they're just covering all the scandals. That's easy for the work for the head of the police, right? Right? Is it easy to cover up scandals? Can't be that easy. You has always been good at getting away with things, lol. Getting away with things? Why would this person know that? Maybe they know him personally? Hard to believe though. Maybe they're just jealous. Maybe they do know him personally. I don't know. This is the inner. It's a crazy place. Everyone's a liar. When he was a streamer, I feel like you didn't have as many scandals as others. Is that so? I see. Maybe he's the type who's careful about these things. But if you ask the staff at the restaurant he goes to, everyone has a good impression of him. Like, he's very humble and sweet. So, there are good impressions. If it's only from a few moments of interaction, impressions can be all over the place. Good impressions. Don't know which high-rise Kurosawa lives in, but I wish fake policemen would show up and sweat them dry. Is that gonna be an urban legend? Kurosawa-san doesn't live in a high-rise, does he? People like him, people just like to make things up. Don't we go to his place? Bro. Fake police also an urban myth. I think the story goes that they show up in women's homes. Okay. I got a good eye for people, I can tell you this. That man is a narcissist. His personality is complete trash. One look at him, and I know that man is trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Just by looking at him? That's not really something you can tell from a single look. Okay. We're at last page, so we might get 2 clues here. Seiji Kurosawa rose to the role of director of the National Police Bureau without a single scandal, right? I expect no less from a career civil servant. Kurosawa-san's father seems really impressive. Yeah, he really is. The non-career civil servants are out on the street protecting the people, while these career track elites kick back and chat with the reporters. Those guys should get out there too. Non-career civil servants? The ones not aiming for politics no more. Out following leads or talking to victims. This must be nice to be on the career path. I've always seen that kind of thing on the cop TV shows. What exactly does the director of National Police Security Bureau even do? Good point. What do they do? How would I know? I've never been one. Yeah, you've never been a government employee. Yo, they're like security guards to VIPs. There have been a bunch of weird stuff involving a cult lately. I thought I said a cult. I was like, yeah, that too. Their job is to make sure that people don't do stupid stuff like that. Since the Zimmers are doing terrorist attacks, must be rough. If the Zimmers cause another bombing, then it's the director Kurosawa that'll be held responsible? VIP security information? Looks like they're facing pretty high wait. Yeah, I read I thought I saw the wrong line, but whoops. So, yeah, he said, looks like they're facing a pretty serious situation. Wow, we still have 2 left. Does that mean there's gonna be a wiggly word? Yep, never mind. Okay, yeah, there is. It would be quite a scandal if that happened. If anything, the Zimmers would be targeting director Kurosawa. Targeting Seiji Kurosawa? I see. That could be possible. Yo, if we're honestly entertaining the idea, judging by the Zimmer activity, it'd be strange for them to suddenly target the director, even though if they want information on VIPs protected by the Bureau. Information on VIPs are protecting? This person really has thought this through. People seriously need to stop speculating like that. I'm worried what else the Zimmers might try to do. Yoink, the Zimmer activity. I'll call you Zim Zims. Everyone's eyes are on the Zimmer activities. What kind of possibilities are they debating? I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. Yoink, Zimmer activity. That might just be a standalone, I think. Nope. It matches up with Seiji Kurosawa. What about Yuya? I feel it's just gonna be Seiji, yeah. This might be the last one. Following the recent arrest of the members of the Zimmer terrorist group, Seiji Kurosawa, director of the National Police Security Bureau, announced a plan to bolster VIP protection measures that might be Zimmer's next move. Kurosawa-san's father is in the news the other day. What might be the Zimmer's next move? Strengthening security on high-profile people. Zimmers are scary. I don't get it. Occult fans are so twisted. There's that Kisaragi guy too. Next thing we know, the Urban Myth Dissolution Center will be terrorists too. Yo, no, get my name out of your mouth. What? People are talking about us. That person sounds way too scared. Protecting high-profile people, so it's only the rich and famous who can afford protection. Surely there is more that you can do to fight the terrorism. Oh, more than that can be done? I get what they're saying, but it's also important to protect high-profile targets. If there is a bomb threat in the city, politicians could just escape to underground shelters. What's the average citizen supposed to do? Underground shelters? Like underground facilities we were at recently? No, underground bomb shelters are just an urban myth. Ooh, are they? I heard that there's a special team within the National Police Agency Security Bureau staffed by immortal cops developed by the former Japanese army specifically to take on extremists like the Zimmers. Wow, what the frick is wrong with the immortal soldiers? Yeah, right. Occult-brained people will find any excuse to lash out. That urban Myth Dissolution Center and the ones who follow them are just potential terrorists. Bro, how could they say? We never even think about doing that. Some people just act like they know it all. I always thought those people at the urban Myth Dissolution Centers were just ticking time bombs. Only extremists look into such dark subjects. Looks like we have our own army of haters. Looks like it. They're lumping us in with the Zimmas. Damn, bro, what do we do? So our survival of devastation and judgment all lies on Seiji Kurosawa's shoulders, or something like that. The only one who could save us from destruction is Kurosawa-san's father? I put my money on us over Kurosawa's dad. Nostradamus' great prophecy didn't come true in the end, so I don't think the occultists will actually follow through with their bomb threats. Either way, we can only wait and hope the police will do their best to counter. And yet there are still people trying to follow through. Most people never consider that a terrorist attack could affect them personally. Zimmers? Oh, the super supporters of Tsutomu Kisaragi? I bet you Seiji Kurosawa and the police never expected to have to deal with them. Some Izima users are Kisaragi supporters? They do often talk about him on that site. And Kisaragi's book is a must-read in the occult circles. There's no doubt that the terrorists equals weird occult fans equals urban Myth Dissolution Center. Kisaragi was a criminal, so that clearly means that the urban Myth Dissolution Center equals criminals. How could they all say that? If we took them to court, we'd definitely win a defamation case hands down. These haters are really coming at us. What's going on? Huh. The center's bad rep. That is kind of weird. But let's see. Okay. Director of the National Police Security Bureau. Kurosawa-san's father is Seiji Kurosawa, a high-ranking man who serves as the director of the National Police Security Bureau. Maybe because of his position, there has been criticism online. Damn, look at his face. I guess we'll see him soon. The posts about Kurosawa-san's family are terrible, full of speculation, all sorts of stuff about connections, scandals, embezzlement, and public funds and cover-ups. So the Zimmers want information about the VIP protection? If so, Seiji-san must be in a very difficult situation right now, in charge of the counterterrorism and everything. There's a rumor going around that the Urban Myth Dissolution Center is plotting a terrorist attack. Why would anyone imagine such a thing? Why are we being targeted all of a sudden? Yeah, that really sucks. So I'm assuming the last person is going to be Seiji Kurosawa. That just kind of makes sense. The fake policeman. Excuse me, I just need to ask you a few questions. There's a murder in this apartment building last night. Did you notice anything out of order? The police officer asked this over the intercom screen. If you had seen a suspicious man last night, would you tell him? Let me tell you a story about a certain woman. She came home late at night and passed a suspicious man in the hallway. The next day, a police officer asked her if she saw someone suspicious last night. A few days later, the TV reported a murder in the woman's apartment and that the murder had been caught. A chill ran down the woman's spine when she saw the news. The murderer was a police officer who she had seen on the intercom. Ew. Yeesh. The man remembered her from a previous encounter and came dressed as a policeman that day to see if anyone had seen him. I don't dare to guess what would have happened if she told the truth. If I were in that woman's shoes, I don't think I would have been able to keep my composure. Wow, that's not even an urban myth. That's just straight up a crime. So that is actually kind of smart and honestly really, really scary. Like, holy shit. Why is the center getting haters? What's going on? Well, I mean, people are starting to believe the Zimmas are terrorist attacks. But why would they do something like this? The terrorists trying to carry out the devastation and judgment. Everyone's scared and confused. So they look for familiar scapegoats that they can actually reach. So they jump to conclusions on whose fault it is? They always do. Human nature. I wouldn't dwell on it. Human nature. Alright, we're probably out there. Oh, never mind. So Kurosawa-san's father is a powerful person in the police force. Can't believe he's a security director as Kurosawa's son. Jasmine, you already knew about Seiji-san? Oh yeah, he's been on TV. Pretty famous guy. The rich and famous commons we saw. Father's the head of the police force, son of the tech company CEO. Oh, son is the tech company CEO. There are people who overreact and assume that they're exploiting everyone. So is the Samizima admin fueling that movement with the Illuminate cards? I wonder why they do that, or do they just want more followers and terrorist attacks? Terrorism doesn't guarantee they'll get the world they want. As much of it's as much of a mystery as the doppelganger itself. How much of this was planned by Samizima admin? Let's find the answers at Kurosawa's house. Yes. All right, we're at Okay, no, we're outside Kurosawa's house. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh yeah, Azami, forgot to tell ya. Something wrong? Those two working in the server room? They're missing. Oh God, okay. I need to take a look at my notes. I'm gonna assume I wasn't sure about the security guard. Now I think security guard might be in on it too. Yeah. You mean Nakata-san and Inoue-san? Kurosawa told us when he called. Says they're absent without leave. With Kiyomoto-san and Honda-san, that's 4 missing already. This really doesn't look good. But now, I've asked someone I know to look for them. We should be extra careful as well. Okay. Oh, he just spawned here. Hello, Kurosawa-san. Thank you for waiting. It's fine. I just got here. So, about today's investigation. Oh, could you park that van in the back? Stands out too much by the front gate. Sammy, I'll go park. So you head on in. Understood. Is this just to try to get to be separated? Uh-oh. Kurosawa-san, about the doppelganger. I heard that the 2 staff members at the server room have gone missing too. Well, he's probably not the doppelganger because he did talk to us, so that breaks one of the rules. But he is oddly quiet now. If this is the doppelganger's fault, that's already 4 people missing. And you also ran into it at home, right, Kurosawa-san? You are Kurosawa-san, right? Don't tell me you're... This is my father's home, Seiji Kurosawa. Oh, yes. Oh God, is something gonna... Okay. Oh, I thought there was the space in between. I thought something was gonna pop out. Thank you for your time. I'm from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. We have a lot of people now. My name is Azami Fukurai. Welcome. I am Yuya's father, Seiji Kurosawa, Security Director of the National Police Agency. Oh, yes. Pleasure to meet you. Could I ask who these gentlemen in suits are? We've had to heighten security concerns of late. I was told I should have a security detail just in case. They guard me when I'm off work. A security detail? Excuse us for a while. I'll be fine. Oh, so the security guy's gonna leave. Okay, we don't have to question him. I'd like to start by asking you some questions. Sure. After all that's been happening lately, I was worried about my father. So I gave him a call and he told me I visited last night. Does that mean... Did you come here last night, Yuya-san? Of course not. Which means there was a doppelganger who showed up here last night. I find that hard to believe. Who exactly is this doppelganger? Are they involved with the Zimmers? So he knows about the Zimmers too. Ah, there we go. Good flair, sir. Currently, Fukurai here is looking into things. With both the doppelganger and the Zimmers as potential suspects. Right? Yes, exactly. You in the back. Have we met before somewhere? Anyway, I see. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I know you work up in the government. I know, you're one of my department's vice commissioners, right? Anyways, I see. Yuya, if that is the case, we should ask the police to step in. Actually, there's something we should consider. It shouldn't be too late to contact the police after this investigation. If there's something on your mind, I have no reason to refuse. Please do what you need to do. Then. Understood. Oh, please do what you need to do then. Okay. When we got the call, He was worried that his father's home might have been infiltrated without anyone realizing it. Sounds like it actually happened shortly afterwards. We'll look into the intruder's actions here. What were they doing in this house? Whether they stole anything? Alright, first, let's take a look. This seems to be actually Yuya. Observe. The shadow is here. Looks like it's just Kurosawa-san Jr. Look closer. But this shadow, compared to the previous doppelganger shadows, looks somewhat different. Not sure how exactly. Seiji-san might know something. Are they saying the doppelgangers evolved? Oh snap. Oh, maybe it is. Because they no longer have the white eyes. A shadow that looks like just like Kurosawa-san, the doppelganger? So it did show up here too. Look closer. The shadow is staring at the painting. Why would the doppelganger care about the painting? Maybe there's a secret to it? Huh. Actually, I'm wondering if maybe this isn't the doppelganger. It's just Kurosawa, but he's using the doppelganger like theory, the fear that people have, to make it seem like, yeah, it was a doppelganger all along, but it was actually me. A shadow who resembles Kurosawa-san. The doppelganger, perhaps? Up to now, I was able to tell the doppelganger apart at a glance. But today, I'm not able to get that feeling. Am I too tired? Closer! The doppelganger is filling with the safe. Taking something out of it, perhaps. Alright, the one with a knife. A shadow who looks just like Kurosawa-san. Is it the doppelganger? What is it doing? Touching the thing on the shelves? Oh, okay. And yeah, that's it. There's 4 doppelgangers. I'll talk to Seiji. Reintroducing myself, Azami Fukurai of the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Thank you for your help. Seiji Kurosawa, Yuya's father, and security director of the National Police. I tried to avoid meddling with things I don't understand too well. But Yuya mentioned that this case is related to the Zimmer incidents that are causing an uproar lately. So you have my cooperation. So what happened here? What happened? Could you tell us about what happened? Last night, around 10 or so, my son came home. I was in my study, in the middle of the organizing papers. So I briefly greeted him, then returned to my desk. I told him to wait a bit while I finished my work. After maybe 10 minutes, I came back to this room, but my son was already gone. So soon? Did you find this strange? Not really. It's normal for my son to be busy, working as a company head. Oh, his eyes lit up a little bit. Then this morning, he called and asked whether anyone who had looked just like him had come here recently. And that's when Yuya realized it was a doppelganger. Did you notice anything? Did you notice anything unusual at the time? No, not really. When my son came in, the doppelganger, he stopped and stared at the painting there. So I told him that we bought it just yesterday. Bought a painting just yesterday. Anything missing from the house? Has anything been taken from your home? Taken? Does the doppelganger steal things? Well, so far, yes. All I heard about from my son is that it appeared in his room. I see. Thank you. We'll take a look around the house. So Yuya-san was the only told his father about the doppelganger showing up in his room. Didn't want to worry him? Intruder in the family home. Did you see his face? Did you clearly see the doppelganger's face? I did indeed. Was there anything strange? I didn't notice anything. He's my son after all, so I don't think I would have mistaken him. So were they so similar that the father couldn't tell them apart? Completely identical appearances. About your son. Could you tell me more about your son, Yuya-san? Your question range rather wide. He's a Kurosawa's family's only son. We've taken good care of him. I've been called overprotective and meddling at times. My wife and I had an early divorce, so he's grown without knowing motherly love. There was a time when he would go around causing mischief and streaming them as part of some activist group. Oh, that was his streamer days. But he's built on those experiences and now runs an internet tech company. I see. And you supported him throughout. That's what parents do. You know, there was one point when I was like, wait, don't we have smartphones? What age does this take place in? Like, Azami couldn't see freaking caller ID, and I realized, Oh yeah, we got like basically Twitter. We got like, you know, we have to research on the way there. Of course we freaking have smartphones. I felt so stupid after asking that question. About work. Could you tell us a bit about your own work? My work mostly prevents me from mentioning details or anything specific. But you could say that I'm in charge of VIP security within Japan. Are you involved in countering the recent occult terrorist movements? Of course. Our organization exists to protect the public interest from all forms of disaster. Alright, that was a lot actually. Let's look at this shelf. I think the guy had a knife here. Various objects line up on this shelf. Trophies, certificates. Looks like a family tradition. Was it? I think this is where, yeah, this is where he had like a knife-looking object. Let's look at the safe. Observe. An old-fashioned safe. Is having a safe another Kurosawa family tradition? Why'd you put it in such an obvious area? Oh, this looks like a family. Whoa, never mind. I was like, it looks like a family picture. Nope. There are two people that look identical, touching each other. Doppelganger. A painting of a woman. Clearly looks expensive. Look closer. The doppelganger was staring at this painting. The frame is fancy too. Must cost a fortune. But why would the doppelganger want to stare at it? It obviously hasn't been stolen either. Maybe I should ask Seiji-san. Ask Kurosawa Sr. about the painting. But first, I'm gonna talk to Kurosawa Jr. Now that we know the doppelganger is targeting the National Security Police info, but that kind of important data isn't kept here, is it? What if we mentioned the other day is true and then the information's already been stolen? But it showed up again, and I need you to look into it. We'll try to figure out its motive by following the traces. So what happened yesterday? Could you tell us about what happened here yesterday? I actually don't know anything about what happened yesterday. More or less the same as each doppelganger sighting so far. So just ask other people because I don't know anything. Please ask my father about what happened too. Oh, right. Then could you tell us about why you decided to call Seiji-san? Our server room was infiltrated. So you knew that the doppelganger was targeting the National Police's top secret data. This made my father a potential target too. So I was worried and called him, and turned out that the doppelganger had indeed showed up. What's the doppelganger's motive? Why do you think the doppelganger appeared here? If there's a pattern to its actions, probably to steal something. But there isn't much of value here in this house. That painting there might look expensive, but it only costs a few dozen bands of yen. Bands? Isn't that actually expensive? The only possibility I see is that the contents of the safe. It has valuables inside. Would you be able to find traces with that power of yours? We'll check if there's any trace around the safe then. Already know, but I guess I'll have to check it anyways. Let's talk to Yasmin. Jasmine, are the director and the center safe? Worried about the haters? It's gonna be okay. I'll just punch them. Hate on this, you asshole. Any thoughts on this case? Kurosawa's doppelganger is clearly acting along a zipper goals. As in, it's targeting national police info? Usually, if we knew something was stolen, we'd call the police and stop there. So, what we're doing is supposedly police work, but Kurosawa Jr. is stolen. He really is. He's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to the police, please. I don't want to be yelled by daddy. Chances are, he's hiding something. What could he be hiding? Alright. Well, I guess for now, let's yoink. Safe ghost, dude. Look closely. The doppelganger seems to be taking something from the safe. Maybe something was stolen? Then could the safe be open right now? Check the safe. Oh. Examine. The safe that the doppelganger was touching, could it be open? Huh? Nope, not open. I'm hoping the doppelganger hasn't actually gotten the safe open. Could the shadow trace tell us something? Follow the shadow trace. Are we gonna talk to... Nope. Okay, so why in front of the painting? Nope. The one at the entrance? Nope. Why the shadow trace is useless? Alright, the one with the knife. Look closer. Let's look at the trophies. It's holding a kendo trophy upside down. Oh, a kendo trophy. It is it writing something on the bottom? Wow. Okay. Something on the bottom of the kendo trophy. That's so random. Bottom of the trophy. This is the first place trophy for the Prefectural High School Kendo Championship. The shadow was holding this trophy upside down and looking at the bottom. Checking the bottom, a small piece of paper is stuck here. I feel like this is probably gonna be from Yuya and not the doppelganger. 9630, a 4-digit number. What's it for? Okay, just 9 minus 3 minus 3 minus 3. I'll just remember that. Could this have been the safe combination? There's no way it could be written here, is there? Open the save. You know, actually, let's try looking at the head of police thing. I need a note. Take notes on people I've met. Seiji is Kurosawa-san's father. He said that he's in charge of a branch of police. Which one was it? The VIP security in Japan. The man in the mascot. Huh? Yes, the VIP security and also counterterrorism. So he's actively fighting against the Zimmers. Must be a huge responsibility. Yep, the last profile. Seiji Kurosawa. Yuya Kurosawa's father. He's the head of the security bureau of the National Police Agency. I don't know anything about the police hierarchy, but he's probably in a very, very important position. I need to take a look at this again. Security guard, it doesn't say that he started recently, but I don't think it said they started recently for any of these. So, yeah. Oh, man. Kind of wish they had that detail. Let's take a look at our clues so far. So, it's just all gonna be case notes here. How much of this is the work of the doppelganger? How much of this is planned by the Zimmers? And how much of this is by the Samezima admin? Jasmine was right of just about everything. Curious about clairvoyance. Ooh, we're near the end. The doppelganger finally appeared at Kurosawa-san's family home, and it's clearly acting with the intention of being a Zimmer. So why doesn't Kurosawa-san report this to the police? It seems like Nakata-san, Inoue-san from the server room are also unreachable. Everyone else who saw Kurosawa-san's doppelganger has disappeared. Seiji-san welcomed the doppelganger into his house without noticing anything strange. The doppelganger is practically a clone. Yeah. Oh wait, I think I didn't actually read all of it. Whoops. Actually, I did read all of it. What am I doing? So open the safe. Ordered number 9630. I don't expect it to work, but the shadow's movements might mean that it saw that number and entered it. We should at least try, I guess. Ah! Wait, no way, it opened? And inside is an empty box? Who would keep an empty box in a safe? Or maybe that what was stolen was inside the box? I need to check with Seiji-san. That's two things to talk to Seiji-san about. The painting and, well, this, you got something stolen. Can I bother you again for a bit? About the painting. I want to ask about that first since I got that first. About the painting you have there.
Ah, yes. We purchased that one 2 days ago. We put it on up just yesterday. Last night, my son, or the doppelganger rather, it was looking at the painting too before anything else.
It must be very expensive.
To tell you the truth, the frame is more costly. The painting is only about 50,000 yen. 500. So actually, after inflation, probably like almost $400. He was surprised to hear that too.
Oh, though 5,000 yen isn't inexpensive.
Since I thought he was my son, I told him the actual price. But if it actually was someone unrelated, I maybe should have bluffed a bit.
Is this a joke?
I actually have
super stacks, you know? I think this is supposed to say, like, if they knew the price of the painting, they would have stolen it. Because it's valuable. Excuse me, about the contents of that safe?
Oh yes, the safe.
It seems that something was stolen from inside it.
Huh? And why would you know this?
I've looked, and the box inside the safe was gone.
You looked? You mean you opened the safe?
Oh, maybe that was inappropriate?
It's more of a matter of how you managed to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. I have this strange power that allows me to see things.
See things?
Oh man, she's just telling everyone. To be fair, she never like strictly hid it, but like she would bring it up when when it would be relevant. Like she told Mio about it, for example.
See things?
I need to warn you. And we believe the contents of the box in the safe were stolen.
I'm not sure I understand you fully, but I will confirm. As you said, the object is missing. Stolen, apparently.
What was in that box?
I can't tell you much, but it was part of an informational system within the National Police.
say goodbye to your job. Oh, is that the system that in Kurosawa-san's company server? The one that needs special authentication to access?
You know that much? Might as well explain then. As you say, the object in question is a password device needed to access the system. Yet its existence should only be known by a select few individuals in our leadership. We still haven't disclosed its details to even our family.
Not even your family, so Kurosawa wouldn't know about it?
And that's what was stolen. There are reports that VIP protection data was uploaded to the social networks. So those were not baseless rumors.
Now what? I should tell Jasmine. Yeah, this is a pretty bad. Holy shit. Oh my god. Jasmine, I need your help. Security's gone. Jasmine, can I talk to you for a bit? Yep. Something was stolen. Jasmine, something was stolen after all. Huh? And what was stolen? A password device granting access to the National Police Information System. The doppelganger can access the National Police Info System at will now. So fast, it was unable to snatch the data from the server room. Realized that it needed a password device to grab the access. So it came here to steal the password device. Wait, that means we gotta go back. We're in big trouble. What should we do? Could you go ask Kurosawa-san's father when he last used the device? I don't need to make a call right now. Okay. Jasmine tends to make calls at times like these.
Who is she calling? Ask Kurosawa Sr. about the, something, I forgot.
Mister, hey master. Could I bother you again for a bit?
About the device.
This, it makes me wonder, right? So like, I originally thought the red card that he stole from the CEO's office was the authentication device needed for the stuff, but it seems to be this. Is it like 3-factor authentication? You need like all 3 of them? Or is it just like that card, the red card is actually something else? About the stolen device, when was the last time you used it?
Well, to be honest, I'm not a tech-savvy person. I received it around 5 years ago, and I haven't used it at all since then.
Oh? Is that so?
5 years ago, wow. Either way, this is a crisis now. We need to take measures immediately. If you happen to find it, please let me know.
Yes, if we happen to, that is. Could you tell us the device's shape and color so we know? Thank you. I was gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck it looks like.
It's red and looks like a card.
Oh my god! Oh, red card-like device? Isn't that the same? Okay, well, there it goes. There it goes. I was like, wait, well, I guess they're 2 different things. Nope, I think they're the same thing. Well, stolen from the Kurosawa's estate. So, that doesn't make any sense though, right? Because if the first doppelganger, if the initial doppelganger was the one who stole it from his office, there's no need to come here and steal it, right? To me, that means that it was stolen from here a long time ago. I don't know actually. I wonder if Kurosawa has any more lines. Nope. All right, in that case, the anomaly's intent. Let's tackle that. Let's think things through. The price of the painting, completely identical appearances. Something feels off about today's investigation, but I can't quite place it. It just feels different. The doppelganger appeared in front of Seiji-san and searched around the inside of the house. As someone other than Seiji-san was definitely here yesterday. But then again,
there's something different about the usual, isn't there?
At least my imaginary version of the director shows up right away.
I will always be here when you really need me. When you saw the shadow, you mentioned something was different about it.
Yes, the shadow seems different from the doppelganger we've seen so far. And its actions afterwards seem weird as well. I wonder how it's different from the previous doppelganger intrusions. Isn't the blank actually blank? This is what I think. Isn't the shadow seen by clairvoyance Yuya Kurosawa himself? Yeah, okay. Isn't the shadow seen through clairvoyance actually Yuya Kurosawa himself? If I remember correctly, Seiji-san explained about the painting to the doppelganger. That was yesterday. It was supposedly been a while since Kurosawa was here himself. Why do you know about the painting? Oh, that completely went over my head actually. I need to check with Kurosawa-san. Yesterday's visitor. Nice. I did call that this dude was still gonna be Kurosawa, so I'm glad about that. Kurosawa-san, Can I talk to you for a moment?
Certainly.
Maybe. The doppelganger who appeared in front of Seiji yesterday. That was actually you, wasn't it?
So you caught me.
Huh? He just admits to it. Why is this happening?
No, wait, it's not what you think. I want to show all those who are suffering how incredible your power is. I just ended up doing it, no harm intended.
What do you mean by show?
Take photos, upload them, that kind of thing.
You're gonna be put on BooTube, haha.
With your permission, of course. Your powers will bring solace to many people. I really respect you. I hope you don't hold it against me.
This feels so wrong. Why would Kurosawa-san say things like this? Please don't take any photos without telling us. I'll be continuing the investigation.
Thank you.
Investigation resumed. That's really creepy. That's really creepy. I'm gonna take a look at this now. Okay, yeah, it's about, oh, that's why it's called Curious About Clairvoyance. So all this is a sham. There was no doppelganger here. I don't know why Seiji would look at the safe then too. The doppelganger seemed to be interested in the painting, and Seiji told him that it was actually a very cheap painting. 50,000 yen is not cheap. Oh, that's why he said, oh yeah, it's not that cheap. Hypothesis. The doppelganger seen through clairvoyance is actually Kurosawa-san. How do you know the price of the painting? I need to check. Yeah, there we go. The information system inside the National Police Agency, which had been stored in the safe, was stolen. This is a very serious situation. A red and card-shaped device was stolen from the safe. I feel like I've heard that somewhere. It seems like a lot of what Kurosawa had been saying are lies. It's also scary how he takes pictures of people without permission. Yeah, he's not a pleasant person. I don't think he has anything else to say though, so I'm gonna try to talk to Jasmine. Maybe she's done with her call now. I hope. Yeah, about the device. I checked about the device and Seiji-san has never used it. What? No, that can't be right. Oh man. So Jasmine knows something about this device. That means someone used it that wasn't Seiji. So like, this device could have been stolen yesterday or like freaking 5 years ago and he wouldn't know because he never uses it. Director Kurosawa's device has laws of continued usage starting from several years ago. Only one person has access to that from several years ago. Wait, does that mean that the doppelganger was there from the back then too? Or not, it was stolen yesterday after all.
There's more to report.
Wait, there's more. Azami, slow down. We know what the doppelganger stole yesterday. It was a red card-like device. Huh? Isn't that the device that was stolen? From Kurosawa Jr.'s CEO office? This is getting really confusing.
Well, stolen from the CEO's office. What else can we do? I mean, I guess this. Where did the device in the safe go?
Let's think things over for a bit.
Well, stolen from the Kurosawa estate and was stolen from the CEO's office.
We know it was stolen, but now the situation makes even less sense now. The password device kept inside the safe. Seiji-san said that he actually hadn't ever used it. But Jasmine mentioned that it's been in use starting from several years ago.
This raises questions about Jasmine's connections. I wonder who she was calling. You know because of your vision.
But this password device, wasn't it also stolen from the CEO's office? Maybe there was something about the device kept in the safe. Maybe blank it from the blank. Maybe Kurosawa-san stole it from the safe. Yep, he stole it a long time ago. Maybe Kurosawa-san stole it from the safe. Yes, that must be it. The two are the same device. They're both red card-like devices, so it makes sense that the Zimmers are after it. But why would Kurosawa-san take it without saying anything? There's a lot that we need to ask him.
But will he answer? The original thief.
Okay, after this should be the dissolution. It should be soon.
What's going on, Yuya? Why would the password device stolen from our safe be stolen from your company? Did you take it from the safe? I was so intrigued by the work you do. I just took it and kept it in my office.
Jasmine mentioned the log showed that it had been used since several years ago.
I didn't mean any harm, but the doppelganger stole it. I want to find it before the worst could happen. And Azami's power would make that possible.
really the time to be complimenting me.
This has gotten out of hand. There are two of them. Isn't it more important to prevent the public from knowing that this device was stolen?
Jasmine, things are getting really complicated now. Don't worry, boss man will call in like 5 seconds. If this was just a family conflict, we could leave it alone and go home right now. So, all in all, everything about this case was to cover up for Kurosawa-san's theft? Well, that red password device was taken by the doppelganger. So there's no way it just ends there. So I guess there isn't anything we can do about the situation right now. Beep! Oh, damn it. Thinking. I'm off by one line again. Huh? Oh man, that's Simon, as usual. It's the director. Hello, are you okay?
How is it going?
We were worried about you, Director-san.
It turns out that the doppelganger's actions have affected more people than I realized.
I know you've been busy on your end too, but please don't disappear like that. Important police data was stolen and we've been seeing nasty rumors about the center.
We can think about those complications once we've wrapped up this case.
Fair enough. Time for a dissolution.
Oh, he just jumps into it immediately.
I'm relieved though. I was anxious about doing the eye-opener part myself.
That may happen sooner or later. Oh, she's definitely going to do it in case 6. It's like, you have learned well, my grasshopper.
No, that's a hard pass.
Now then, please ensure that the Kurosawas can hear you.
Yes.
This request was about recovering, if possible, an object that was stolen by a doppelganger. For now, let's put on hold whether recovery is even possible, until we determine who we're dealing with exactly.
Are we ready?
The eye reveals all. Eye opener!
Alright.
4 parts once more. Now, let the dissolution begin. In this case, Kiyomoto-san, the secretary at UTech, initially encountered the doppelganger, leading us to follow its traces. We identified it as a doppelganger, based on its appearance by it being identical with Kurosawa-san, and that it doesn't engage in conversation. So, Mrs. Azami.
Yes.
There have been further indications that the anomaly is indeed a doppelganger. What kind of phenomena has been observed?
Things being stolen, Kurosawa infestation, entry from the general public, 4 people missing. It's either 4 people missing or things being stolen. I want to say that. Things being stolen from all sorts of places. This is as frustrating as anomalies can get.
That is a common occurrence around this case, but not a characteristic of the doppelganger itself.
Ah, okay. Please think things over. It's the 4 people missing. Because that's actually part of what a doppelganger is, like the myth is. Kiyomoto-san, Honda-san, Inoue-san, and Nakata-san. The people who encountered the doppelganger have all gone missing.
Great! The 4 individuals you named have not been found, so they may or may not be alive. Yet the situation does seem to line up with the doppelganger's anomaly's characteristics.
Yoink.
First one.
Yoink.
Why would a request to search for a missing object turn into such a complicated matter? That is because of one key factor that made us believe this was all the doppelganger's doing. So, Mrs. Azami.
Yes?
What was the notable characteristic of the intruder that kept this incident from being reported to the police, and that led to a request to the center instead?
It spoke. It was very nice, actually. Impersonate someone. It's breathtakingly beautiful woman. It's heart-stoppingly handsome man. Okay, it impersonates someone because everything else is super wrong. The intruder's appearance is identical to Kurosawa-san's. The people who encountered it all thought it was him all along.
Excellent! And that is precisely why we were called in. That aspect is indeed clearly anomalous.
Really? That unlocks another eye? Those 2 questions were super duper simple, and we got it in like the first 5 minutes of the case.
Our angle will change from here on.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Difficulty increase. The doppelganger who appeared in the server room seemed to be targeting confidential police information. Yet it turned out through Miss Fukurai's clairvoyance that they had given up on that approach. So, Mrs. Azami.
Yes.
To confirm, Why did the doppelganger in the server room give up on extracting data?
Because it lost its fountain pen, wasn't tech savvy, authentication device needed. Where is security guard? It needed the device. The guard didn't even care. To access the confidential information, a red card-like password device was required. Yet this device was only available to high-ranking police officials. So we believe that the intruder had no choice but to give up.
Excellent! Yes, this is correct. The device that the doppelganger stole from the CEO's office.
Yoink.
Now, about the red card-like device. Something seemed strange there, didn't it?
Yes?
Kurosawa-san mentioned that he was intrigued by his father's work and took it on a whim. A rather naive reason, if anything. So, Mrs. Azami.
Oh yes, he did say that.
The question here is, when exactly was the device stolen from the Kurosawa-san's estate? Around when do you think this actually happened?
I'm gonna say several years ago. Jasmine looked into this for us. It seemed that the password device had been used since several years ago. Kurosawa-san mentioned that he stole it a week ago on a whim. But that doesn't feel right.
Brilliant! Mr. Kurosawa-san's accounts seem to have a number of inconsistencies here and there. Though we can't do anything about that itself. I hope they can figure things out. Father and son.
Was this all a ploy by Kurosawa? Just to basically get all the blame off of him? It's like, yeah, it was actually the doppelganger, yeah.
Yuya, there will be no easy way out of this. I expect a full explanation once we're done here. Now, for my final question. Oh, another one. The culprit who appeared at the Kurosawa family home and stole the red card-like device was your son, Yuya Kurosawa. And the culprits who infiltrated Yuya's company and home were the doppelganger and also acted like a Zimmer. So, Mrs. Ami.
Yes.
Miss Fukurai, you have already encountered the doppelganger and Zimmer.
Oh? I have?
It's always like this, of course you have. Please think back to all the accounts you have heard from everyone you've talked to. For this case to be possible, who would need to be a Zimmer?
Wow. So who would need to be a Zimmer? Specifically a Zimmer. If they said doppelganger, I would have kind of gotten it, but Zimmer? I'm not sure. I don't think Aika's irrelevant. I thought Kiyomoto was going to be in on this plan. I'm going to say neither of these two. Things don't really add up for either of these two possibilities.
So it's neither Kiyomoto-san, his secretary, or Aika-san, his girlfriend. Then who is actually the doppelganger and Zimmer?
All things considered, Kiyomoto-san, the secretary, Honda, server 8. Oh, here it is, all four of the above. That's what I was looking for. Wait, could it be all four of them? Because they all saw the doppelganger. But it could easily just be they all just robbed the place and they're like, yeah, it was a doppelganger. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fabulous! When the doppelganger supposedly appeared, those four individuals were each on the scene. Through their accounts of what happened to them since suggested paranormal involvements, the experience of the vanishing doppelgangers, and then the disappearance of those who encountered it, that could be explained by all four telling the same cover story. Also, each of the four were recently appointed to their jobs and came in proximity of Yuya. Yep, that's what got me freaking suspicious. I guess I misread something for the security guard.
Oh no!
It is very likely that the four of them worked together to play the role of a doppelganger.
The only thing is, like, what is the doppelganger that Yuya actually saw though? Like, someone had to be that person. I still think it's Mission Impossible Mask. We're just like, yeah, we just stole someone's face and then we took it off later. Yep.
And it's also likely that all of them are Zimmers. The mystery is now solved. Boom! Dissolution.
Are we actually gonna see them? Zimmers? All four of them?
Are you unsatisfied with the dissolution results?
Oh, no. I do see why the dissolution makes sense. But a few things still don't quite make sense.
Oh, do tell.
The doppelganger that I saw through clairvoyance was staring at me. And why did they steal the HDD after stealing the red device?
Good point. The VIP protection data should have been accessible once they had the red device. I would indeed like to discuss those angles in depth. But it seems that we'll have to wait until next time.
Huh?
Are they gonna storm in the house now? Yo, look at this! What are you doing here? We're in the middle of an important family discussion. Go and wait in the next room until we're done. Dude, we literally accused them. You're like, you're not relevant to this case.
Huh? Wait. It's Inoue-san,
And only him.
the server room security guard at the Kurosawa-san's company. Also Nakata-san, the server engineer, and Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. And Honda-san, the housekeeper. I'm glad you're all safe.
Zami,
Remember what we talked about during the dissolution? They enacted the doppelganger. And the dangerous extremists. Remember who they are. Zip. Hmm? Are you all really Zimmers?
what is going on? Where are the SP? Do you realize I'm your boss? Have you even thought about the consequences?
Yo, look at the shadow on their face.
I forgot all the voices I gave them. Fuck. We owe nothing to that joke of a company. We're working towards a higher goal.
You disgust me, living the easy life with your family fortune and connections. A family discussion to keep the lid on the incident. For this country to prosper for the next millennium, you Ron Sprouts need to be pruned. You assume the terror attacks were happening someplace else? Well, one is happening here and now. Brace yourselves. Everyone, please, hold on. Let me out, please. Sammy, get back. These people are dangerous. They no longer care.
You have no reason to cover for the filthy rich. Wake up already.
Wake up already.
They told us their plan.
Devastation and judgment are about to happen. The Great Reset is nigh. They? Do you mean the Samazima admins? Oh, you can see them slowly like inching back. This world needs leaders who envision the future and guide the weak. The world's values have been corrupted. The weak know this well. But the weak lack the power to change things alone. They are guiding us forward and are gathering us into a greater power. We should be the ones to bring change to this world.
This is a complete mess. Hey you, hurry up and do something.
Who's your leader? The Samazima admin? Please stop all this. It isn't the way to do things. You shouldn't be hurting anyone. If you're siding with this filth, that means you're not with us. Oh god, it's a little bit crowded here. I can't see shit. Oh, are they gonna knock over that statue or something? We will fulfill our role here. To enact the devastation and judgment. Great reset. Oh, look at this shot. Enough of that nonsense. Answer me. Jasmine, they're not gonna listen.
How are we gonna get out of this?
SP?
Oh, we got the cops. Freeze!
Ah!
Yo, it's the commissioner, do yes!
Tomiri. Secure them all.
All right.
Oh, Commissioner Tomiri.
Commissioner Tomiri, all suspects secure.
Ugh, fine work. Are you safe, Director Kurosawa?
Ah, it's you, Tomiri. That was timely.
Assistant Commissioner Tomorigi.
Please brief Director Kurosawa on the situation.
Assistant Commissioner Yasumi Tomorigi, CUTU team, security please, sir. Director Kurosawa, our apologies for the commotion. Jasmine? Dang. Can you get me a higher spot with your nepotism? You were talking about this earlier, right? You're with the security police? Undercover? What's going on? Sorry, Azami. What exactly is the CUCT? CUTU. Why do I keep saying CUTC? The Counter Unidentified Terrorist Unit. We proactively prevent terrorist cells from carrying out their plans. Specifically, unidentified incidents such as the series of prophecies. I was in the Urban Myth Dissolution Center to gather information. Why would you need to be undercover? The center sure is creepy, but shouldn't be a threat. Relax. It was initially an investigation target, but it's for information only at this point. And we learned a ton through that undercover stint. Hey, Zami. Sorry for not telling you. So that's why you're so good at fighting and had connections in weird places. Makes sense. Kinda.
Oh, we meet again.
That scary person from the park.
I'm glad you remember me. And happy that you've been putting that wondrous power to fruitful use.
Oh, so he's with the security police as well? It's really weird, like, reprogramming in my head that this guy is actually a good guy. He looks so creepy, dude. So creepy. Commissioner, what about the Kurosawa Jr.?
We sent Yuya Kurosawa home just now, but he probably won't have any charges pressed.
Huh? Why not? This all happened because he took the device out without permission.
This case will be handled as a mishap on Director Kurosawa's part. The director himself asked us to do so.
He has too much power in high places. Not the first time he wipes his prodigal son's rear.
Miss Tomarigi, please remember to be decent in your work. Director Kurosawa's device has been in use these few days as well.
Which means that we could trace the RPs to use to access the server.
We may be able to apprehend those involved. Though we don't know who exactly it is. The next time they access will be the moment of truth. You should get ready, Miss Tomarigi.
Oh, right. I got my official uniform on, the CUC, the Kutu. Sammy, you should head out now. Huh? We'll handle the devastation judgment prophecy from here. So, I'm not part of we, then? We're taking on a terrorist mastermind, not a mysterious entity. It's out of your hands now. Jasmine, please wait. You're so cool. I want it to be really good friends. Whatever you do, don't follow us. But... Aww. Seems like we're approaching the end now.
Operation to Go-Go. Miss Tomarigi, they took the bait.
Oh, I thought this was a zombie for a second. I was like, wait, what? Head into the area. Man, does that mean they're ready for the SWAT team? Like, Director?
Oh, he's back. Welcome back, Miss Azami.
Oh, auto scroll.
I see Jasmine had ulterior motives.
Please don't put it that way. She had her reasons.
Even without her, we will need you to continue with your work. You still need to pay off for that freaking chair. You will need this computer from here on.
Jasmine. Oh, he's like, I'll get them.
So far, more or less as planned.
I'll race that card.
She played her part very nicely.
I got the third floor. All other units secure the first floor exits. Tomarigi here, third floor, visual on lighting and personnel. This is security police. CUTC. The building's surrounded. You. Oh, they got in the tussle. Huh? Oh God! What? Bye bye. So, that's your secret. The Genesis card. Genesis. Gee.
Oh, someone's totally gonna pop up from behind him. One loose end taken care of. Huh. I have a feeling that that person's gonna be Miyoko's dad. Because like they showed him like with that scene at the end of episode 2, but it just never came back. I feel like that's how it's gonna come back. And yeah, now we have the key over here. Yeah, that's the last card, and now we have chapter 6, episode 6, Devastation and Judgment. Okay, wow. Well, yeah, that ended up being pretty cool. I ended up figuring out that yeah, it was just kind of like a conspiracy. All the people working with him who experienced the doppelganger was just him. It was just them thinking like, yeah, there was totally something here. But I guess my question is, how did they fake the camera footage? And how did they fake the person that you saw? I'm assuming they're both gonna be like, once again, I'm assuming some Mission Impossible bullshit where they had like the face mask stuff, but like, or like good props and whatnot, made it so that it could at least temporarily look like him for those 2 instances. But but yeah, we only have 1 chapter left. I'm gonna take a small break due to, you know, like the streaming guidelines that I will respect. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I do want to talk about some theories I have, because I mentioned this in the beginning of the episode, and this is also kind of wild. But you know how last episode I was like, you know, what if Azami was an urban myth, and we're just kind of conjured her into existence? She didn't even know, like, you know, how she got her powers. It's like she didn't even bother getting it like checked until recently, etc. And now I was like, wait, no, that sounds like stupid. That sounds really stupid. But you know what would be kind of weird? What if Megaria was actually the urban myth? So far, from our own personal experience, we are the only person that have met with this Megaria, but we don't know if the person on the phone is technically the same person. This could be a stand-in for whenever we need to talk to him. No one else that we know of has actually physically seen Megaria yet, at least that we know of, because he's always in that room. We've never been in that room with anyone else, and I'm like wondering, like, yeah. I'm wondering about that. Another thing I'm wondering, you know, still lingering thought, is Azami's doppelganger. Clearly, you know, there was someone who was doing that. It could also be the same Mission Impossible bullshit, but the thing is, from my knowledge, this person has existed since case 1, because I'm going to assume it's the same person who talked to Mio that one time to convince her to basically kill Eiko. But because we didn't really have any additional information, we didn't really know about that. So like, I'm wondering if maybe Azami has like a twin that we didn't know about. Because clearly, I don't know, I'm assuming that's how they're gonna like justify having 2 Azamis. And yeah, I wonder who the person at the end was, like the Samizima admin, because at the moment, originally I would have thought, you know, it's the freaking Tomiri or something, that guy, but nah, it can't be Jasmine because she just freaking brawled with him. There's only 2 things I could think of that would be kind of interesting. One is this Azami's doppelganger, because clearly there's another person and they're also trying to do some shit. Either that or like Megaria. Having a Megaria be like the bad person would be kind of interesting. Honestly, all these things are like spitballing, but there's also another thing that got me like kind of curious. Last episode, once again bringing up the doppelganger, we saw Azami's doppelganger, but the thing is, when she was like talking to herself, she was like, "Hey, is that you, director?" And it makes me wonder why she thought it was the director. Like, even the only way you can ID them is from voice. But it's already really weird that she would have thought it was the director, because A, he can't walk, he's wheelchair bound, and B, he's male, so his voice would sound very different. So
I don't know why she would have been like director, because that's literally the last person I would have expected to be right behind me if you know, I was just walking down the street. So it makes me wonder if maybe the director has a fake disability and he's not actually, you know, stuck on the chair. Or that's all. I feel like there has to be another layer to this, but I don't really have it quite yet. I'm sure we'll find out in chapter 6, but I do like these overarching plot of like the Illuminate cards and this mystery of like several factors being unanswered in every case. Now we're kind of like getting bits and pieces of it that make it a little bit more clear, but I'm sure we're gonna get the answer in chapter 6. And it also makes sense, you know, why people who developed this game was like, please make sure not to like stream or like make videos about this until after a certain date, because they want people to who have played this game to have the full experience. So yeah, we'll skip like one day, I'll upload something else, have an idea what to do, but we'll be back very, very shortly after. Be back on April 1st, and that won't be an April Fool's joke, but we'll do this next time. And until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!